In this video, I broke out of bounds in 25 Roblox games. We'll see the outside of maps and places that we aren't meant to normally see. First, we'll start with break-in. To escape this map, I can just jump over this dumpster and over the wall. Walking around, you can see that these buildings are fake, but that's all there is. As walking to the edge, you can see that there's nothing but a base plate, which might become a common theme later. You may be asking, why do you need to break out of bounds in 25 games? To that I say, my father's third friend's dog's third cousin twice removed Zona told me that if I don't break out of 25 games, I have to give him $23 trillion. So, in Barry's prison run, I first no-clipped out of this pipe, which let me see the whole map. A better method though, is to get to the end of the obby. Yes, I did go to the end of the obby just for this segment of this video. Please subscribe. At the end of the obby, you actually have buttons to get super speed and jump. From here, I was able to explore the whole map from outside and basically fly around. Then, I went to Rainbow Friends 2. I didn't actually go to the main story, but I just stayed in the starting place. I spent 30 whole seconds trying to no-clip through this cage before realizing I could have just crawled through. After that, I no-clipped through this vent and ended up inside the vent system. I saw a weird box where players spawned, which is probably for when they entered the actual story. After that, I saw a grass base plate covered with trees and a Ferris wheel. By now, you may be wondering how I was able to clip through some of the walls in the previous videos. For this, I used an emote called the Youngblood Happier Jump, which is often used in Jailbreak to clip through the prison, casino, and many other places. This will be a vital tool needed for this video. However, there are some limitations. For example, you can't use this in R6. In R6, there is a separate method, but I'm way too lazy to try and learn it. Another limitation is that the wall I'm clipping through needs to be a maximum of 1 stud thick and emotes need to be enabled in the game. In Bike of Hell, I first waited for someone to turn on low gravity. Then, I was able to jump onto the trees and onto a large drag strip. In the Tsunami game, I found an actually intended path to outside the map, but there wasn't really anything much except for sand and mountains. Then, I went the other way until I saw something from the edge. Since there wasn't really anything else to do, I jumped down, when I found out that there was an invisible floor stopping me from going down. In Hole in the Wall, I clipped through this wall and ended up in a dark cube. I was able to see the map from outside. I still don't know why they added the black cube, though it does actually help me see the map rather than falling into the void instantly. The normal elevator was actually pretty cool. There were multiple areas of the map. First, there was this random door which led to a yellow room. Breaking out of the actual elevator just put me in a black box again, but the best part was when I glitched into this door. I found this red hallway and another door, which I clipped through. After that, I found a red elevator which I assumed was just for a harder level. I reset my character to go back to the spawn area, but it sent me to another game called Mistaken. As of my knowledge, I didn't actually think anyone found this before, which was when I found another video on clipping through the door into this room. It seems like this was an old event which was later removed from the game. In the dropper, I was able to break into this area of the map which is normally restricted. Also, I broke out of the Squid Game map, but there really wasn't anything much to see. I could have broken out of more maps, but most of them are the same anyways. In Airplane 4, I first glitched through this wall before realizing there was a door the whole time. Either way, there was an invisible boundary stopping me from going further. Instead, I first went through the wall, which meant that I wouldn't be teleported to the story. From here, I glitched through a door and saw a room which was part of the airport. It looks like Poncho Kings, the creator of the game, copy-pasted the map for the actual game to the lobby area. From here, I was able to clip through this window and see the rest of the map, which was pretty boring as a lot of the buildings seen outside were just giant cubes. In Be Crushed by a Speeding Wall, I first clipped through this wall, but I just fell into the void. It seemed like every place I tried to clip through, I just fell in the void again. I was able to glitch through this building, but there wasn't really anything much apart from some grass. However, in the classic version of the game, when I clipped through one of the walls, there was a small grass platform that I could stand on. Since I can already tell that you already want to click off the video, I'll do a speed round. In MM2, I first clipped into the wall, but I wasn't really able to see the map and later fell in the void. In Jailbreak, there is one spot in the map where you can jump through, which is normally used for cops to enter the tomb. I really couldn't land on the platform. In Speed Draw, I technically didn't leave the map, but when I fell into the void, my jumps became really weird for some reason. In Adopt Me, I used a grapple to exit the hospital, which put me in a smaller, different version of the hospital. This would be a perfect spot to hide if you play hide and seek. Also, I glitched out of my house using a sofa. I don't really have a fly pet, so I used my propeller, which took a lot of time, so I just fell into the void. In hide and sneak, I was able to clip onto this crate, but there wasn't really anything else. In the actual map, I went into a wall, but got stuck. When I was back in the lobby, I clipped through this red vault and jumped down to see signs for Robux items, a couple of crates, and 2 swords. In BNPC or Die, I was able to clip out of the map twice, but there was nothing below except the void. In Pet Sim 99, I glitched through this corridor and fell into the void. Surprisingly, Preston actually added functionality to this, as when you fall in the void, you get teleported to the stairway to heaven. In Build a Boat for Treasure, you can easily just fly under the map. Not only that, you can see the whole map from outside, including the bottom of the stages. In Break-In 2, I clipped through this fence and went to the black wall where the trucks normally go. However, the deeper I went, the darker it got, and eventually, I just fell into the void. In Brookhaven, there were some places where I could bed glitch out of the map, but they all put me in the void. If you don't know, you can actually place a bed on walls to clip through them. If you're a VIP player, you can also use a helicopter to explore the outside of the map, but since I'm broke, I'll just show you a clip of someone else doing it. In Pacer Test, I was able to go through one of the walls and see the outside of the map. I went the outside of the building, where I could see players inside on the treadmills. Then, I went to all of the houses, which were actually empty on the inside. In the lobby of the original Rainbow Friends, there aren't even any invisible barriers. I was able to just walk to the edge of the map and jump down to the base plate. The only thing under the map was a transparent box, similar to the one in Rainbow Friends 2. In Vacation Story, I went through this window and came to the outside of the airport. Here, I tried to get on a plane, but I just fell off. In Elimination Tower, I was able to go through this fence and went behind the map. There, I found some models used in the game for pets. Going to the other side of the map, I found that the water was completely blocked off, but there was also a building which actually had no collisions on the inside. Apart from that, there was nothing else at the edge of the map. In PLS Donate, there are 2 ways I broke out of the map. The first way was by swimming below the map. The second way is by going into legacy servers and flying. I mean, technically it's just swimming in the air, but still. For some reason I couldn't really fly in the void, but I saw this upside down tree below the map. So there you have it, I broke out of the map in 25 games. And one more thing. If you're a developer, please make the invisible walls in your map thicker.